to make sure everything's recorded. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is Friday, August 4th, 2023, about 7:11 a.m. I've been up for about, I don't know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, somewhere. 30 to 45 minutes, honestly. And I'm going to say this. If you are a person that's trying to do outreach services or trying to do the types of things that I'm doing, and when I don't like the word outreach because it's not really outreach, it's inreach because these are all things that I need, okay? You have to be very careful if you're the type that also needs the services. And the reason I say this is because you will have people that will be so quick, it's like crabs in a barrel. But they'll be so quick to because you're trying, they will be so quick to, announce your status of, whatever it is. Like I told you, that job where, I told the lady, hey, I usually go to the soup kitchen during the day. I have not eaten yet. Do they offer a free meal, when you're working here? And she continued, her and everybody else continued to just eat in front of me and this, that, and the other. And finally I was like, can I get one of those? you know? And at one point she went to, I think she had like a chicken tender or something, and she bit off and it was just this little piece left. And then she was like, you can have this. I don't got no germs, nothing. And I said, girl, I want a whole one. And what killed me about that was that seeing her character afterwards, I could see that she would have been the type of person to be like, ooh, she was so hungry. She took this, that, and the other. And I was just like, wow. And then during the whole time when I was leaving, I was trying to leave, I had the manager had came back and I talked to him, and I was like, and well, he talked to me and just let me know that, hey, he's going to get me my clock in code and, so forth and so on. Right. And, I had like maybe 5 minutes before I was going to leave. I didn't know when I was coming or leaving because, like I said, in this case, and this is nothing, and these are just my perceptions, just in case somebody sees this, but these are my perceptions and how things went. The manager didn't really hire me. The ladies hired me. Well, one of the older ladies hired me. She was gone. The other lady happened to be one of the ladies that was, quote unquote, that I first came in contact with. But you start to see people's character, and it takes practice. You know what I'm saying? It takes practice, like I said, to do these things because you start to learn, how people intercept you, how people receive you, and what people will do to you if you let them. And so this is what happened. Like I said, one of the tenets of my organization is to provide a voice for the muted and muted members of the community. And this happens oftentimes. Like I said, this is one of those situations where she, it was the end of the shift, and I guess maybe she just wanted me gone. But the manager came in. It was really, really busy. She was trying to get me, yeah, and I was just back there hanging out for the last 5 minutes, watching her doing my training that way, right? And she was just like, oh, and I just asked her as part of the training, so to clock out, you just put in your code and you hit clock out, right? And then she says, oh, well, let's go ahead and get you clocked out. And I was like, wait a minute, it's not time yet. And first of all, I don't even have a clock out code yet. He's working on that. Why would you, do that? So she makes this whole big thing, and it's a bunch of confusion because there's a lot of people. It's a shift change. So people are coming in, people, are leaving, and it's getting busy because people are getting off of work. And she has me parading around going between two registers where people are trying to clock in for their shift so they can get in on time. You know what I'm saying? And so that makes me look bad. And not only that, the manager just told me that he was going to get my clock in code so that I don't have one, but she's bullying me around to to clock out, and I don't have a clock out code. When I leave is when I leave. I'm just being mindful of the time so that I'm not, stealing time. So she does all that, and then after she does all that, and she realizes, no, she's like, go ahead, hit this and clock. And I was like, wait a minute, let's just wait till 4. She's like, no, hit this and clock out. So I said, okay. And so of course I didn't take it because I'm not in the system yet, ma'am. And then she goes on, and because there's a lot of people that are coming in at the front, of course, like I said, Valdosta is small. It's like 5 miles across. You know, she knows some of these people. She's been here most of her life. So, she sees people and she wants to make a show of the fact that she's training somebody, and she wants them to see who she's training so that she could talk trash about them, so that she can let them know that that's who I was talking about. Because she was talking trash to me about the person that was fairly new that was working the next day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she don't know how to do nothing else, so this is why she only does this. Girl, come on. And then also she was doing that when I said I had to go to the restroom. The manager happened to come back, and she was trying to force me to go to the restroom so she could talk trash. But no, talk it here while I'm here. I'm the one that needs to hear this. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, then with all that during the closing session, I kept saying I need to close out with the manager. I need to close out with the manager, but it was very busy. I would have had to calmly wait for the manager. The lobby was so busy, I wouldn't have had an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have been able to sit there. It was no room for me to sit there and wait for him. So, normally I would say goodbye and everything, but I just silently left because she had depleted all of my energy resources. I couldn't even speak. I just left. So then I did call back, and I don't know if he got the message or not. He may have gotten it, but you're a new person. He didn't really hire you. The girls hired you. So, you know, got to be careful of perceptions and things like that. So, to my knowledge, he didn't call or whatever, because I wanted to be able to communicate with him directly, because I think that perhaps they could help me with my thing this weekend, tomorrow. The guy that, may be edging out, because as I got up, like I said, God gives you the answers. As I got up, I saw my little folding card table. I can take my folding card table, which is, when it folds in half, it's all of probably 12 inches by 2.5 feet. Put that in my cart. Also, I'm going to see if I can get the manager to um, do something as a donation. Just we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But then I'm going to tell the other guy, okay, it's not necessary for you. You don't have to say. If you could just drop off a bottle of water, if you said you had somebody that had plates, that would be helpful too. So I was going to put it with it. And then I was thinking of, like I said, I got some people that were artists. I said they were artists. Maybe I'll do like a raffle. Like I said, I got a bunch of stuff I don't need. The person that sings the best, they get a choice of if they want this, that, or other, because some of the people are going to be homeless or semi-homeless, so things that they may or may not be able to use. I need my bar soap, so I'm not giving that up. But it'll be, whoever sang the best or performed the best, maybe once every hour, we'll tally up the talent show of whoever, and do that. And then I'll check with the person that, graciously extended me the invitation to do it. And I'll see if this is something we could do every week. Because if it's something I could do every week, I can always have like a continuing request for volunteers on my webpage. And then, I'll always have resources. And yesterday when I went to the Dollar Tree to get my soap, which was $1.40, and it was all the change literally that I had in my pocket, in my fanny pack, I let one girl go in front of me because she was like, I can go because I just had the one thing. And I was like, nah, you can go ahead because I forgot. I have to count up a bunch of change. Then this guy came behind me, and he was so embarrassed because he was seeing me count up all this change for soap. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got to the end, the girl was like, the cashier was like, I think you got it. And she was giving me 5 cents back. And she was like, let me count it again to make sure. Then I owed her 2 cents. And then the guy turned his head. And that's why I need to have cards ready, because when they turn their head like that, I would be like, sir, you don't have to be embarrassed. My name is Maria Willoughby. I have a small organization that I'm trying to get up off the ground called the Art of Good Incorporated. It caters to people that are homeless, that have mental health issues, diagnosed or undiagnosed, people that have been victims of the criminal justice system, people that are victims of corporate bullying and bullying in general, which, we can lead to unemployment. So, I am currently trying to get this organization off the ground. If you'd like to volunteer or see how you can help, I'd love to give you my information. You ain't got to be embarrassed. My name is Maria, and what's your name? You ain't got to be embarrassed for me, brother. You ain't got to be, so it's just so much marketing and so many things. And like I said, everything that I do needs to, exemplify that. Everything that I need, because it's been my life, since that happened. Everything that I need to do needs to be catered towards that. Now, when I left here yesterday, like I said, normally every time I walk out, it's about canvassing. But, to get, when I get to my destination, on my way there, but I didn't have a voice yesterday. I didn't want to talk. I was intentionally, because I had a long way to go. I didn't really want to go all the way out there, which I did. But I did want the end result, but I didn't want the journey. You know what I'm saying? And there were people that offered me rides. There were people that were trying to help. And I can't, so I need to change my mindset and my spirit about that. When I'm doing things that I don't necessarily, when the journey towards the end result that I want is not what I want to do, I need to change that, because every time I go outside, I need to be canvassing. So, somebody offered me a ride, I would love to take, a ride, or maybe I won't love to take a ride. I should have took a ride, but I put it for that point, because I'm starting to trust the people a little bit more, right? The people in the area. So I should have been like, I would love, if I didn't take the ride or didn't want to take the ride, I would love to take the ride. But I got a commitment to myself to walk it. But if you don't mind, I'd really appreciate your love and support. but I didn't have a notebook with me. I just had the chair. Um, I appreciate your love and support. If I can get your information and send you information about what I'm trying to do, I'd really love it if you participate. When I go out this morning, I have to walk past the place where I'm going to be distributing, so I'll stop and ask some of the residents. But I think if I can get this done, that'll be good. That'll be good. But I can ask them, if I were able to, set up out here, or, what things, you know, I don't know, because I already know that's all I have anyway, so I don't have nothing else to offer right now. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but in the future, I could ask about that. Um, but yeah, so I think that's how it would work. I'm going to try to reach out to this guy as soon as the clock hits 8 o'clock, or I could just text him and be like, hey, do you still got me on the water? Um, do you have time to chat? If not, here are the main questions. Do you still got me on the water? I'll take a picture of where, I'll be between 11 and 2 or 2 or 3 or whatever the time is now. I've got 11 to 2. I'll take a picture of where I'm going to be at 11 to 2. If you want to just drop it, that's fine. If you want to hang out, that's cool. Here are some of the things that I would like to do. I'm trying to get this involved. If you're able to do the plates too, that'll be fine. Um, and that's it. If you have any questions for me, and I still would like to chat with you, if possible. But, again, sometimes bridges are burned without you knowing it. Maybe he's seen me walking back and forth so much over the past days, he's probably like, she can't be serious. You know what I'm saying? Or, or he might be mad that he missed a day of calling me, then I missed a day of calling him. And then I'm in the, afternoon, evening trying to call back, and he said 5:15, and I'm just like, 5:15 has passed. It's 6:30 now. So I don't know. We'll see. But I still, I hope, like I said, not even just particularly this person. This person, every person is an asset. I hope there wasn't inadvertently any bridge burned or anything like that, because, I liked his mindset. I liked what he was trying to do. You know, and yeah, yeah, I think I'm on the right path. And like I said, when God wants you to do something, He'll give you the answers at the last minute. Because I remember I was like, how am I going to transport tables? Well, that's how, because I have this little card table, you know. And then the stuff I'm giving out, like I said, if he's agreeing to drop off, if he agrees to drop off the water, then that's fine. I mean, how is he, I'm going to, if he agrees to drop off the water, that's fine. The only thing now is that the ink, I know that I'm low on ink. There's different ways. If they let me go early today, I don't know if they will or won't. They may not. I don't know. I can probably find somewhere to, print out some things, or I could reach out to, now I have some contacts, but I haven't developed enough of a relationship to actually I think ask for something like that. Um, but I know there's at least one that will do just about anything because that's their heart. And then it'll just be me and that young man. If he still wants to come along, we'll do it together. You know, so we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be good. I'm gonna get dressed, and then I have a proposal too, like for this place. Like I said, out in the front, where I have the shelves, that could be where I could distribute continental breakfast and food and stuff like that for breakfast. And then, I have all the tables already set up. They can sit and eat out here, up until the X amount of time. But then eventually I'm going to need like security and stuff like that. And that's where I need to get the church involved. But we'll see how it all works out. I have it all up here. I just haven't put it out there. So those are three things that I need to work on already. Finishing up for whatever's for tomorrow. Then I need to get my proposals out, and not in this particular order, get my proposals out. And then the next one is for that place that I've been allowed to use for this weekend, to see if that can be recurring and I can get it every weekend. If I can get it every weekend, then that'll be awesome. If not, then I'll just have it here. I'm a hop and skip away. But if I do that, that means I definitely have to get, everything paid up here, which I'm working on. If you're watching, ma'am, boss lady, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And then if I get that done, then, the churches can help me. And churches might be able to help me with that too. Church is the church, not the food place. But, yeah, then I can get, probably, finagle a way to get security. And then this would be a place of business, period. I could be like the residential, I don't know, residential assistant, residential director or something like that. Hello, MLB. I could be like the residential director or something like that. And what it would be like if people stay, like you could stay, you have an opportunity to stay a night. It'll be like just overnight shelter. And like all the shelves that I have over here, when people come, I would have like a security person that sits like in between, right where they can see outside, and also where they can see in this area would be like the locker room area. Is a shower here. Oh, that's great. That's great, great, great. So there's a shower here, right? So, and then they have little cubbies that they'll have their names on, and then the security person would watch it overnight, right? And they would come take a shower here, and I would be able to, I don't know if I need a permit for that. I'll be, get out of here, girl. This is crazy. I'll be able to, right now, I'm going to keep, how am I going to do it? Like, the dining room can kind of be more like the office area. The living room could be like the group area. The bedrooms can be the sleeping quarter. One bedroom would be for men. The other bedroom will be for women. One room I would keep for that clothing closet. But the thing about it, though, that room gets mildewy. I don't even go in there. So we'll have to work on that. But like I said, if I look at my research of the church, there's somebody that's got to work with inspections or something that can help, And woo, and then the backyard for support groups and stuff, because when it's done nicely, it's good for meditation, all of that. So that's what I'm gonna do. And unfortunately, like I said, I just got a shower, so I can't really just shoot this video over to somebody. but yeah, yeah. So that's how I want to run it. And then in the evenings we'll have dinner, like 7 to 8. And like I said, people in the community can come and cook. And I'm working on that too, the ad hoc soup kitchen. So yeah, but let me get busy. Like how Arsenio said, let's get busy. Let's get busy. We about to get it done. I don't know about that. We about to get some steps done to our progress. That's what we about to do. But anyways, love y'all. Have a great morning.